But if they're capable of a few funky stuff, as Will said earlier on, they've come out with Drow strats, they've come out with Huskar strats as well at this event. Played both of those twice already. So, in theory, Beast Coast are going to be ready for that too.
Yeah, I do anticipate to see at least one Drow strategy coming out from Wind and Rain here, because after all, it's been your most successful of the group stage. I think they ran it twice and they won both games, so why not just hit it one more time here against Beast Coast? Maybe if you start off with it and you win, like, you can go for it a second time and just say, okay, beat it. Like, we'll give you a second opportunity. Who knows what happens from there? But draft is definitely going to be all important. More so important for Wind and Rain than Beast Coast, because I feel like Beast Coast, their playstyle allows them to be able to make a lot of drafts work. Meanwhile, Wind and Rain, a lot more meta heavy, needs to be able to have that drafting advantage.
Let's find out what the first pick of our first series inside the arena is going to be, and it's going to come down to Beast Coast after the bans. What do you make of that, Will?
Well, they're not going to let Beast Coast isn't going to let a Drow Ranger happen, apparently. Nope. We had Train Protect, Drow Ranger, and a banned away by Beast Coast.
I'm glad Will was struggling, because I can't see that.
Gyrocopter, Lina, and Bloodseeker. Don't worry, guys. I'm young. I've got a great eyesight. I'll read it out for you.
Okay.
This is now a radio broadcast for you two.
It's all good.
I'm not too surprised about the Treant ban. It was a hero that they
played that a couple of times as well.
Against too. And the first pick, Tiny Beast Coast, have done that throughout this entire tournament, actually. It's their preferred first pick.
Yep. And it really threatens like one of the other really popular like go-to carries right now, which is Void. Like that hero has been snap picked up by a lot of people, but it's kind of fragile, and Tiny, like especially the core Tiny, takes advantage of that hero really nicely.
I could see them do something like NS Ogre, NS Undying. That's been something that they've used to great effect as well. That was they used the Night Stalker against TNC, and they were picking it against Quincy Crew, but they instead go with the Axe, a hero that they actually haven't first two'd.
Oh, well, that's a classic duo right there, Axe, Skywrath Mage.
Yep.
Oh, they're going for something entirely different than they've done pretty much this entire tournament,
yep.
though.
They haven't shown us this at all.
It does mean Beast Coast has the opportunity to respond with the kind of 5 position you want to see against it. I don't know. I think Undying's like relatively good at it. Maybe some of the healers like Omni Knight or Legion Commander can help you out here. But you know they're going to be running this aggro dual lane at you, and you haven't really established any of your heroes coming out of your safe lane. So I think Beast Coast has a good chance to repel this. Lifestealer as a core does relatively well with this.
I like it. I think it slows down their aggression. The rage is obviously really nice. The feast makes it so that you can trade hits with the axe, and you don't really care about the Skywrath Mage in the mid game too much.
Yeah. One thing you have to worry about is especially a little bit later on, is that you do have this call that's going to go through your rage, and then you also have the silence. So you could very easily get caught out by this duo and just sort of chain stun down. And then also very early on, Lifestealer can be exposed to harassment, right? Because it's not like he's going to go like rage level 1. So this Skywrath Mage will try and put some holes in him. That usually just means your 5 position comes in with an extra salve or something, and you just rectify that damage with extra regen.
Just who is
East Coast, again, identifying some of the go-to Wind and Rain heroes, like the Winter Wyvern.
It's been their third most picked hero.
Yeah.
The group stages.
Oh, Oracle would have been a good answer to Axe. Anything that is going to give you some sort of dispel or heal is going to be strong against that.
I thought they were maybe going to take it second. They have done that. They did it in their draft against Viking.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they also did it against Virtus Pro, actually. So just sort of fits their place.
No Leshrac. Yeah. It was a little bit surprising to me. When you were talking about an Ogre opening for Wind and Rain, I thought maybe they would do Ogre Lesh.
I know that neither of the teams are that fussed about it, but Earthshaker Morphling is also missing.
I'm kind of down to see like a Nyx 4 right now.
Oh, for Beast Coast?
Yeah.
Vehicle for the Lifestealer, really good versus both Axe and Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, you have a nice 1-to-1 counter in the 4s. You have the break mechanic for the Axe so he doesn't spin, and on top of that you get vision now constantly for your team.
Yeah. Nyx Assassin hasn't been picked up that much, so what I would love to see is maybe they just like wait for that third pick, and if the Nyx becomes even better as a result, then grab it second in your face.
Yeah.
But there is little things like, like there's so many heroes that are now exposed to Nyx Assassin. I'm a little bit surprised this hero isn't being picked up more ever since they introduced the break mechanic to his Vendetta. Like, for example, you could say Nyx Assassin is actually kind of okay with his axe now. Because when he can break him, and he no longer spins after you make that initiation.
Do they want the Magnus here for Beast Coast?
That would give them a pretty good Whisper hero and obviously a nice farm accelerator for Beast Coast. But I think that's maybe something you wait on the side. Ooh, that Undying. I really felt like that was good. I think Undying's a good answer to the Axe Skywrath Mage, so...
Okay. I haven't seen a huge amount of AA. Obviously, it's been played when we've seen the Morph come out a lot.
Yeah, Beast Coast did pick it for themselves against Fighting Pandas.
You already have this like healer on the side of Wind and Rain, but also the harassment from the Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, or whatever, replace Chili Fingers, whatever it's called.
By the way,
yes,
Kunkka's still in the pool.
Yeah, Kunkka, Leshrac.
Yeah,
those big are two, like the go-to.
Yeah, really
heroes.
big heroes in there.
I see SAP has pointed out the Ember Spirit. I don't know about that one for Wind and Rain personally. Just because they, I don't know about their professional play for Ember Spirit, but I have on here in my notes, Wish, in all caps, not an Ember player.
Weaver.
Hasn't had the greatest success rate on that one.
Okay, so they've taken the Weaver.
Well, that's...
I don't believe we've seen a Weaver.
They played it once against an IP.
Yeah, maybe off the main show when we were doing the group stage.
That's a go-to counter to Lifestealer, a very mobile hero that has a high amount of physical damage. Little things like your bugs can take advantage of, like Ancient Apparition is just food for you. The bug can be really annoying for Tiny because of his low attack speed. It's hard for him to get rid of the bug.
I think part of the reason why you take the AA here too is just in case you're worried about the Huskar.
Or the
last pick too.
Yeah.
So you're sort of insulating yourself from two different forms of cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
You'd expect Beast Coast to pick up a support at this point?
Yeah, you probably pick up some
unless
sort of controlling forward position.
Unless they're going to run the Tiny.
I still think like the Nyx looks even better to me. You can stop the Weaver during a Shikuchi.
I do like that.
Nice against the Skywrath Mage. Yeah. It's pretty good against the Axe. Maybe the one thing is your support duo. I mean, they can sort of do damage. They just kind of require levels, both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't really have the best wave clearing supports either. So if Wind and Raid decide to just march down, it's a little bit hard for them. And they don't really have another hero that can get on top of the Tombstone either, aside from the Lifestealer just popping Rage and using all his time hitting it.
What do you think about Pugna in this game for Beast Coast?
For Beast Coast?
Do you think it's good at all?
I think it's okay. It's pretty good against like the Skywrath. And it's not bad against the Axe either because you can decrep either him or the Axe.
Yeah, same goes with like the Weaver. All right, well, they've got... I think you needed a little bit stronger initiation because this Ice Blast is going to be all important for you. So having that additional like initiation AoE control that ensures you're going to be able to get a good Ice Blast in. And counter to the Weaver.
10 seconds.
Honestly, haven't a lot of fun with the
5 seconds.
So we still have the Lash available. What's better for Beast Coast right now?
I kind of, the Kunkka wouldn't be bad just because I kind of like the boat aspect of making everybody tankier. I always like that against like Ancient Apparition or any kind of burst damage.
We're assuming, of course, that the Tiny is now a support.
No, I think it's very flex.
You think it's still flex?
I don't like Tiny as a forward position right now.
Do Beast Coast pick supports last?
I do know that Whisper can play offlane puck. I know that much.
That's actually kind of the assumption that I'm working off right now. Or you could even do like a 4 puck. It's not that terrible in a game like this.
Does it not need items?
I mean, you just don't. The only annoying thing is like most people, I think, skip phase shift. or you get it like at later levels, but your like nuke damage is okay as long as you have some sort of hero that can set up for you.
Yeah. Wind and Rain kind of agree. Well, that the mid is still open, I guess.
That's what they're thinking, isn't it? That's the TA ban.
So it could be like Puck off lane with Tiny or vice versa, I guess. And then
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Dire should pick now.
That's a Razor.
A wry smile as well from the captain on Wind and Rain would suggest that they might have wanted that Razor.
Razor beats Puck, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe they want the Kunkka?
10 seconds.
Right? Like additional lockdown against the Weaver.
5 seconds.
SAP believes we're looking for an offlaner.
It's Radiant's pick.
Okay,
and
so
we go for support.
Both core Puck and core Tiny.
Yep.
And they're going to pick Stinger's hero last in that Tusk.
Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's 9th pick, I suppose. That's the theory.
So then that's why you ban the Razor, just in case you decide to go for the mid Tiny.
Yeah.
They can still play the Kunkka?
Still kind of open, right? And that they can switch the 2 cores.
5 seconds.
I don't know, William, what are you picking here? What would you go to?
I actually think you need more of a carry style mid. Like something really reliable. But they take the Kunkka?
It's been sitting there the entire game.
I think Tusk makes Kunkka a little bit stronger because the combination of the Telegraph of the Snowball as well as like it's another hero that's relying on burst. If this Kunkka can get off early boats, it will save a lot of their team fight because Beast Coast has a set amount of damage outside of their Lifestealer. It's like a set amount of burst damage, and if they just can't get these kills that they need to, then the Weaver will win the fight over time.
Isn't that what Beast Coast want, though? Isn't it? What we saw during the group stages, they were looking at, like, we don't care if you run at us and kill us for the first 15, 20 minutes. We know we've got the late game.
Well, I think it's the other way around here, where Beast Coast is going to be running at Wind and Rain quite a lot.